Yeah, I always had this thought that when I drive home at night, even after very difficult days, I usually can say that I helped someone. And whether that was a patient that I helped to make better, or at least understand what was going on with them and deal with consequences of their illness, or it was a student or a resident who suddenly now understood some process better and they felt more confident taking care of patients. I've been lucky in that my life has blended together nicely, where I've been able to combine the patient care, the teaching, and still keep my hand in some physiology research at the same time. So they really all link, and it's almost impossible as I go on to split out those different elements. So even when I'm working in the intensive care unit, I'm teaching at the same time. The two are very much blended. But that theme, I suppose, is that at the end of the day, I've left somebody better, and that's nice. And I come from a family of business people, which is great, and we need lots of business people, and I often wondered sometimes if they come back and they lost the sale or something else didn't go well, what it is that they'd be able to tell themselves was positive for the day. But I don't seem to really have that problem, and even if something didn't go well at some place, there's usually something else I can find that was a positive in that regard. Yeah, well, that's the real trick. So in the parlance of education, you want people to really understand things, not just know them. And so where does that real level of understanding come from? And I sometimes liken it to an intuitive sense, when you really feel like, I've got that, I've grasped that thing now. And often it comes down to, can I provide an example that's very commonplace, that they can grasp in a tangible way, and that then relates to some equation or some other physiological concept that on the surface doesn't really resonate with them. But that's a struggle, because it's not always so easy to take some of these things and translate it into that simple picture. But for me, that's one of the challenges of teaching. And you've got a lot of different learners with many different problems. An explanation one works for one person, doesn't work for somebody else. You need a different explanation. Too often teachers, when somebody asks them a question, just repeat the last thing they said, and if they didn't understand it the first time, chances are they won't understand it the second time. Or even better, you say it louder, as if somehow that will translate into understanding. But so I'm always searching for that, easy way to make this more intuitive, something that, again, is they can just feel almost at a gut level. And sometimes you just ask the students who teach each other, and there's a lot of being written about peer instruction now, and the student knows where they got stuck and would finally help them, and so they're often really good at helping a colleague. And so I'll listen into those conversations sometimes and get insights into a better way to explain a difficult concept.